All right, so are you ready for another deep dive?
Always ready.
Well, perfect, because tonight, I think we've got a good one.
Yeah.
The Champions League.
Okay.
Specifically, we're looking at Dinamo Zagreb versus AC Milan.
Ooh.
And for Dinamo, this is kind of their chance to make history.
Wow.
They haven't gotten to the knockout stage in like 30 years.
Really?
Yeah, this is
So this would be,
huge for them.
yeah, big.
But on the other hand, we've got AC Milan, who really need this win
Right.
to guarantee a top 8 finish.
Okay.
They had kind of a rocky start to the season.
Yeah.
So this is, pretty crucial for them as well.
Right.
And, just to add even more intrigue to it all, AC Milan has actually historically dominated Dinamo, whenever they've played them in the past. But this season has been a little crazy.
Yeah.
And so, who knows what could happen.
I'm ready to unpack it.
Perfect. Me too.
Let's do it.
So let's just jump right in.
Oh.
So, when you look at Dinamo Zagreb on the surface, they've been struggling lately. They haven't scored a goal in their last 3 games.
Wow.
Which is,
That's tough.
yeah, rough, right?
Yeah.
Especially when their home record is also not great.
What is that looking like?
5 matches without a win.
Oh, no.
And it actually,
That can't be good for their confidence.
this is their worst run in the Champions League in over a decade.
Oh, wow.
So
Things are not looking good.
no, not really, but if you dig a little deeper, it's not all bad news.
Okay, tell me more.
They actually had a really strong start to the season.
Really?
Yeah, they racked up 7 points in their first 4 matches.
Wow. Okay, so what happened?
I know, right? It's like, what changed?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Right.
So, I mean, they were killing it at the start of the season.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
They fell off.
it just seems like they've lost that creative spark
Yeah.
in the midfield,
Mm.
They're relying a lot on these long balls,
Yeah.
which isn't really working.
Especially against teams who are really good defensively, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then if you look at the stats, like their passing accuracy
Mm-hmm.
in that final third has just plummeted.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not passing well,
Yeah,
you're not going to score goals.
exactly. And, it's just they've got to adapt their approach.
Right.
It's not just about finding their scoring touch again.
Yeah.
It's more than that.
It's about strategy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is where I think, a player like Marko Pjaca becomes really crucial.
Okay.
Now, his record is really interesting.
Okay. I'm listening.
So when he scores, Dinamo either wins big or loses big.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And actually, 2 of the 4 losses where he scored have come this season.
Oh, really?
So,
So it sounds like
tell you.
he could really be a game changer.
Totally.
But they need to build the system around him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They can't just rely on him to create something out of nothing.
You got to set him up for success, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
while Dynamo's trying to figure things out,
Yeah.
AC Milan seems to have found their groove,
Okay.
especially with their new coach.
What's been the change?
It's been a complete turnaround from
Yeah.
struggling to beginning to now.
Yeah.
Like a string of victories. Remember that comeback win
Oh, yeah?
against Parma
That was wild.
in Serie A?
Yeah.
I mean, talk about momentum.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not just momentum. It's like a whole tactical evolution.
I agree.
They're pressing higher up the pitch.
Yes.
They're getting the ball back so much quicker.
Yeah.
And it's creating so many more dangerous chances.
Absolutely. And, their XG has skyrocketed since the coach took over.
Yeah. Makes sense.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And they've also got players like Christian Pulisic
Oh, yeah.
who can completely turn a match around.
Yeah, yeah. He's dangerous.
He scores a lot of those really crucial opening and closing goals.
Yeah, he's a clutch player.
Totally.
Yeah.
But, this trend of scoring late in games, I want to talk about that for a second.
Okay.
Because it's happened a lot.
Yeah.
They've clinched victory in the final minutes.
It's exciting, but also
A lot of matches.
makes you sweat a little bit.
I know. So is it a sign of their resilience?
Hmm.
Or are they just cutting it a bit close?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
I think they're not afraid to keep pushing
Yeah.
until the very end,
Yeah.
but it also suggests that maybe they could be a little vulnerable
In those earlier stages.
early on. Yeah.
Yeah. So if Dynamo can capitalize on that
Yeah.
and maybe even score early,
Yeah.
it could be a really interesting match.
Oh, for sure. That would change the whole dynamic.
Totally. So basically, we've got one team fighting for survival
Yeah.
and one team trying to, solidify their comeback.
Right.
It's going to be a clash of styles.
For sure.
And a battle of, like, sheer willpower.
And don't forget about AC Milan's history against Dinamo.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Plus, this trend of scoring late in the game.
It's going to be intense.
This one could be a nail-biter.
Oh, absolutely. Will Dinamo break through AC Milan's defense?
Yeah.
Will they make history?
Yeah.
Or will AC Milan pull off another last-minute victory?
Who knows?
Guess we'll just have to watch and find out.
I'm excited to see what happens.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, that's our deep dive for tonight.
Great deep dive.
Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.